Actually.
Oh, Sisi Ogbona.
Yeah.
That's the name of your village?
Great. Yes, that's the name of my village.
Okay,
Well,
interesting.
You look good this morning.
You.
Does your village feature on the social media today? Something happening
maybe
there?
Subsequently.
Okay.
All right, so let's yield the floor to you now.
All right, thank you. Catch you. Good morning to you and welcome to Kakaaki Social. I'm Rena Obozeghie. Now, a pro-Sim Fubara group in Rivers State says it is afraid the state is going back to the trenches of political thuggery. This is as they are accusing their counterpart in the Nyesom Wike camp of sponsoring thugs to disorganize the venue of the Rivers State Governor's Supreme Court Victory Thanksgiving in Iche local government area of the state. Well, the thugs who attacked the venue set canopies and stage equipment ablaze. They said that they were chanting support for Wike in a mandate song. Well, they were allegedly led by the chief of staff to the Iche local government area, chairman, Promise Ikechi Nwakwo.
The place, the local government is owned by Chief President. Nobody will come here to disrupt the peace of our local government. Yes! We can help the chair people.
Yes!
Help the chair people.
Yes!
And we won't put our hand and allow anybody to come here and say,
we shall stand.
on our mandate we shall stand. On our mandate we shall stand. On your mandate we shall stand. On your mandate we shall stand.
Oh, well, that's said to be from Iche local government area of Rivers State. That place was supposed to be for the Thanksgiving for the victory, Supreme Court victory of the state governor, but a local government says it is not holding because that is Nyesom Wike's territory. But we leave that to go to another story that protests are erupting in parts of Nigeria over economic hardship. On Monday, a lone protester was in Akwa Ibom to register his dissatisfaction with the economic realities. In Abuja, demonstrators want the President, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, to either sit up immediately or leave office. While in Ibadan, in Oyo State, protesters say this is shege that must end.
The hungry is too much. We cannot afford this again. We can't afford this again. Even though my children they are hungry, even me too. To feed my family is very dangerous. It's very hard. And in some houses, it's woman that is taking care of the family. You take care of your husband since you have married him. And there's no money, there's nothing you can do. You will feed that man and the children.
President Tinubu, please help us stop this hardship. Please, for God's sake, there is no money to buy 100,000 naira bag of rice.
Oh my God, especially that last clip is such an eyesore. Let's see some reactions to this on X. Chi Ugo says, mandate never reach 1 year. Unadol they complain. On your mandate till 2031, that is seeing a second term for the sitting president. Chukwemeka says, stop blaming Tinubu for economic woes. Your council chairman, senators and representatives are involved too. Tackle them collectively. That being said, Tinubu is not a magician. He can only do his best, which can't exceed the capabilities of an 80-plus-old. Oh, wow. Frankly, he says the painful thing here is give them an opportunity to vote and change their lot. They will still vote along ethnic and religious lines. They saw the truth right before their eyes, but they were mostly blinded by hate and bigotry. Really hope that subsequently this does not happen. Let's see more reactions to this. The Abuja Electricity Distribution Company, we know that it is PHCN, but I mean, we prefer NEPA. NEPA has given 10 days ultimatum to the presidential villa and 86 ministries, departments and agencies to pay up their debts of 47 billion naira or risk disconnection. Yes, NEPA work lights were also rock. They owe light bills according to Abuja DisCo, and they have until February 28th to pay up. Even Ministry of Power is owing. In the next slide, I do not expect you to see that because it's quite a lot on that slide. You will see that in fact, every ministry, every agency that you can think of right now, at least a lot of them, they are here owing, amounting to 47 billion naira. I mean, government leadership, they are owing, and small us, they're not going to let us breathe. Let's take some reactions to this development. This user says, presidential villa owes 923 million naira to NEPA. Police owes 1.4 billion naira. Office of the CBN governor owes 1.6 billion naira. Altogether, the federal government and its agencies owe NEPA the sum of 47 billion naira. Meanwhile, citizens are expected to be up to date with payment. Irony. Don Marcos says, if truly you want the electricity industry to prosper, these are the issues you should be addressing, not removal of electricity subsidy. I don't know why you guys are clearly ignoring the elephant in the room. Also, in reaction, Wari Pam says, no wonder the federal government increased tariff and VAT so that the poor Nigerians can be paying for their debts. Shame to them, okay? And also, Dr. Tim Faden says, what has happened to the annual budget for electricity of these government agencies? It means for years on end, some people have been quietly stealing these funds. The rot in government's business is massive in this country. Well, had thought right there, but almost in the same line. Operatives of the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, EFCC, on Monday raided outlets of Bureau de Change operators in Wuse Zone 4 area of Abuja, and they arrested about 50 of them as part of their effort to save the naira from rapid decline. This is as the parallel segment of the foreign exchange market recorded a new all-time low for the naira, which depreciated to 1,730 naira per dollar on Monday. Well, a viral video on social media captures the moment EFCC operatives shot in the air to disperse the BDC operators for attempting to surround them. EFCC right there and BDC operators in Wuse Zone 6. Let's take some thought to this. First, in reaction to this on X is coming from Citizen of Ethical, who says, all this gra-gra is far from why Naira is on downtrend. You people should tackle the problem at the grassroots level and stop destroying people's businesses. Are we pretending that we don't know how state governors scoop the scarce dollar with their FAC allocations? And another user, Toba Adeyeye, says, please, why do we have the biggest BDCs in Abuja? How many importers and manufacturers do we have in Abuja? Well, a food for thought right there. Omokogi says, if the politicians bring out dollars hidden in their homes, dollar will crash to 100 naira. Even the BDCs are part of the problem, but the main problems are the politicians. So EFCC should also go after the politicians. More thought. And finally, on this, believably illiquid says, honestly, the EFCC would get better returns if they stormed the National Assembly. That place is the BDC of BDCs. It's only signboard they haven't erected. So when they are done shooting Babangida Medala, they should focus on the honorables, since this is how we want to save the Naira. Let's have our final story for the day. A son of Nigeria's President Seyi Tinubu has joined his father in asking for endurance from Nigerians, promising that they will yield the fruit of this hardship. In an Instagram post on Monday by himself, he says he stands with his father in all of this, assuring others that the economy or that the country is in safe hands already. Let's see what Seyi is saying. He says there is no joy, he was quoting his father, there is no joy in seeing the people of this nation shoulder burdens that should have been shared years ago. I wish today's difficulties did not exist, but we must endure if we are to reach the good side of our future. And then he says, President of the Federal Republic, let's see the hashtags. Have faith in him. Nigeria is in great hands. Our generation will yield the fruits of this hardship. I stand with our president. Renewed hope. Nigeria is my home. Let's have some reactions to this one. On X, Ebuka says, I laugh when I hear Seyi Tinubu don't turn to motivational speaker, attaching this meme right here. And on Instagram, under the post is this user who says that even the wristwatch he was wearing in the next slide is even the problem for him. And it says, next slide, thank you. Yes, thank you. So King says, the most painful part is that this nigger got a Richard Mille on his wrist while typing hardship. We'll give you a gist of this wristwatch later. Let's continue. Umar says, in fact, President Tinubu should caution his son to be less visible in these trying times, as there had been children of Nigeria presidents, heads of state who kept their distance on protracted national issues and not to inflame the area of hapless masses who know his pedigree. Okay, so this is Seyi Tinubu. You would see that this is the Richard Mille's wristwatch that they were talking about. Here you have color red, and on the other side you have color orange. Is this orange or yellow? But they are different brands and even different design. The same brand, different design. So this was it for netizens. Let's go further and see what netizens did with the wristwatch. So they went on the internet and said, how much is Richard Mille's wristwatch? The first one he was wearing, the red. So this is the one for the red. It is between $210,000 to $2,578,000. So apparently, see calculator on the other side. So they used, since it's between 210 and $2.5 million, they decided to now use $500,000, and then maybe they just tried, since dollar is about 1,700 now, they tried to use 1,500. They solved the math and they got 750 million naira is what one of the wristwatches that he is wearing cost, and that has been a problem for them too. But then if you check out Seyi Tinubu on the space of on Google or maybe on your internet, I do know that he co-founded a foundation, and Wikipedia will say that he is a Nigerian businessman. So maybe, son of president, Nigerian businessman, he should be able to afford it well. So that's everything on Kakaaki Social today. Thank you so much for being a part of it. I'll come back tomorrow with more of what is trending on the space of social media. If you may reach out to me, Rena OBO, and then our WhatsApp number is 0811543667. Welcome back to the show.
Interesting one this morning, right?
I can't help but laughing.
Very, very interesting.
Yeah.
Especially the wristwatch matter.
Netizens,
Exactly.
oh my God, Nigerians are so alert. Really, I'm sure that when Seyi was making that tweet, he didn't know that anybody was watching what he was wearing. And by now, I don't know what he would be thinking. Can you tell somebody who cannot go to bed with 3 square meals in a day that he should bear and endure? And then you are showcasing what you're wearing that, oh my God.
Well, he wasn't showcasing, it was just a picture. He was typing something and you decided to see something else. And then I had to go bring pictures.
So, well, you should know that Nigerians have eagle eyes now. You know, they see everything. They see everything. You
Maybe
know,
he should just stay away from governance. And his father
push.
has already advised him last year.
Now, actually, I think that until now, I'm not sure we've seen the child of any Nigerian president step out in public view like this. And it's interesting to note that Nigerians are catching on to it, and they are using it also as part of the conversations on the social media, in the social media space. And what is important is that it's the father that's in government, not the son.
Yeah.
So whichever way you want to interpret that, it's up to you.
But some will say he's also a Nigerian.
He is a Nigerian.
So he has a right as well to speak out about what is happening in the country.
Like a supporter
despite
would.
the fact that he is the father's son or the president's son, really.
But there are times when silence is golden. When your silence is even louder than what you have what
and
you
because
have
of who
actually
he
said.
is. I mean, Seyi just made a post. You know that Seyi has left. He has jackpot to the UK after he supported the president. I think, was it yesterday or Sunday, he made a post and he was telling the president that he needs to rejig members of his cabinet. And 1 year after, he said, I gave to Buhari 2 years, but 1 year I'm going to give to you. You need to see members of your cabinet to see that they are not the ones causing this hardship. He didn't even come out to full-chestedly say, oh, Baba, you need to sit up. He was blaming whatever is going on the people, members of his cabinet, ministers, and
the members of the president's cabinet were appointed by the president. They are an extension of him.
Yeah.
That's what Seyi is saying. If that's what he actually said,
but
that's what he means.
What did they call it? It's called "Hold the Bull by the Horn."
All right,
thank you very much.
Yeah, catch
Thank
you
you
tomorrow.
for your time.
All right,
As always. Do have a great day.
You too.